Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in very strong support of H.R. 3385, the Hope for Afghan SIVs Act, which the gentleman from Colorado and I introduced to help knock down one small barrier to getting our Afghan friends and allies out of harm's way, which they greatly deserve. I truly appreciate the words expressed by my colleague because they reflect so many of my same feelings. The bill is not a permanent solution to fixing our special immigrant visa program, but is a critical temporary waiver to help cut down on the backlog of pending Afghan SIV applications. During a time of great emergency, it is a life-and-death situation, without a doubt. There's currently only one facility in Afghanistan that performs the required medical exams, located in Kabul. Because exams are only valid for a few months, many applicants must make repeated trips to Kabul at their own cost and risk. H.R. 3385 would allow the Secretary of State and the DHS Secretary to jointly issue a one-year waiver for the in-country medical exam requirement, up to 3 years. But importantly, the bill requires, to the greatest extent practical, that the applicant undergoes the medical exam no later than 30 days after being admitted to the United States. And it explicitly states that nothing in the bill prohibits our agencies from adopting appropriate measures to prevent the spread of disease here. All it does is allow the applicant to undergo the medical exam here instead of in Kabul. During my tour in Iraq, I worked alongside Iraqi interpreters who risked their lives to serve with us and help us complete our mission. Many eventually used a similar program to escape harm's way and to build a life in the United States. Two that I worked with and supported are now full U.S. citizens here in America. One is a cardiologist and the other doing family practice. As we withdraw from Afghanistan, the Afghans who serve by our side, the translators, the contractors, and the guides without whom we could not do our jobs, are left in the crosshairs of the Taliban. They work for the United States despite knowing the risk to their own lives and to their families. They believed in us, and they believed in our cause. And it'll be a black eye on the United States if we don't do everything in our power to protect these allies. If we don't honor our promises, if we allow our friends to be targeted and killed by groups like the Taliban, ISIS, and Al-Qaeda because they worked with and for the United States of America, we will send a message to those we will need to rely on in the future that we're unable to live up to our side of the bargain. I thank my colleague for his tireless work and all the staff that put in so much time to get this done and bring this issue to the forefront as we withdraw from Afghanistan, and for our bipartisan Honoring Our Promises working group for keeping the pressure on the administration to make sure that we don't leave our allies behind. Please support this bill. It is a good thing for America to do. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield.